inside, drops it on the outside. Bailey with a great start running through the turn in the lead. Now a race towards the finish. Johnson pulls up. Bailey's going to win it. Donovan Bailey looks back at the 100-meter mark. Johnson pulled up. The time 15 seconds flat. Donovan Bailey, Olympic champion, world record holder.
Yes, indeed, you heard the man, Donovan Bailey, doing his thing. Still doing his thing. Running things. Jason Portwando alongside my brethren, the living legend. And what better way to start this edition of our podcast than to say happy anniversary. Happy anniversary.
Well, thank you, sir. I guess June 1st, sometimes I forget the day. I mean, I've done a few things, but thank you for the intro, you and Mike. And thank you. And thank you, the audience, for coming in and participating, listening, and hanging out with us for these few fantastic moments. But well, yeah, thank you, sir.
Of course.
Today is indeed the anniversary of the packed stadium with incredible fans seeing me do some things to my opponent.
Yes, and he complained about the lane configuration. He complained about the turn, the tightness. Man, oh man! In the end, it was just a beatdown. You chose the inside. Why did you choose the inside, by the way?
I chose the inside lane, Jason, because I wanted to see. I mean, for me, I want to kind of see where he was. He's to my right hand,
Right.
and I want to see how it was. And plus, Dan and I were having a conversation, and he knew that I was gonna gap him like in the first 3 steps, and I'm like, really? He goes, you're much. He said to me, you're that much stronger than him. He goes, dude, you run 9.8, he runs 10.1. You're gonna snatch him in 3 steps. I'm like, all right. We'll take the inside lane.
Done. Jam was done. It was over almost before it even started. So yes, happy anniversary. Of course, we're talking about the 150-meter showdown. Michael Johnson, Donovan Bailey, and you know the rest of the story, as they like to say. So welcome to another edition of the program. Appreciate all the love, support we get from you, our loyal listeners and viewers. Please continue to share, download, like, subscribe, follow, all that, comment, all that fun stuff. And we have got a jam-packed edition of this anniversary show for Mr. Bailey. Man, oh man. Track and field is getting to the point, DB, where we almost have to have 2 versions. A youth version and an OG version, because every week we got some young athlete just doing things they shouldn't be doing this early in their careers.
Well, it's that time of year. When I think about like this particular time of year, Jason, I think of like March Madness for basketball. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Where you're seeing young kids at the highest level, but you're also seeing the pros at their best, and so the pros are kind of the pros in track and field are the very best in track and field are coming around, getting ready. The season is in full swing right now, but the NCAA, which is still the greatest grassroots training program to prepare you for being being the Olympics or to be at the world stage. You see those athletes at their peak, because we have the NCAAs right now where you're having some of these kids 18, 19, 20. We talk about some of the great 18, 19, 20-year-olds when we talk about Lachlan and Gout and a few others. But yeah, the NCAA system shows how incredible, the college system is, how fast, how strong, these kids are in the system. And yeah, I mean, thank you for mentioning that, because it is what it is. You have the very best. You have the very best at the highest level, and you've got and you have the next best at the college level, which they're just making a foray into the pro ranks right now. So yeah, thank you for that. I'm very certain you got some pretty good people that I have to lend my opinion, or maybe give my opinion But yeah, man, go ahead. Let's
All
rock.
right. Yeah. I mean, and it's not just collegiate because, of course, the NCAA championships right around the corner. Looking forward to that. But we're
Right.
also looking forward to some high school athletes. We got Cameron Daly, 14 years of age. I know it was a little bit above legal. It was 2.2 the win, but still a 14-year-old running 11:08. 14, that's grade 9. So,
Yeah.
yeah, it's insane, bro. It is insane. But, you touched on the college athletes. So let's begin with our unofficial race of the week. We just heard our race of the week, but this is kind of the unofficial version, brought to you by our good friends at Biopods. Always get a chance to check them out at biopods.com, as I like to say, empowering your every step. We have a new leader in the clubhouse when it comes to the world's fastest man in 2026. Here he is.
Ajayi out incredibly well. Bachman trying to chase him down, but no man will. Consella Ajayi, and that's a new world lead. 9.84 unofficially for Consella Ajayi. He is the new fastest man in the world in 2026.
And he's only 21 years of age, repping Auburn. Of course, he's Nigerian. Nigeria's fastest man now of all-time DB. And this is somewhat appropriate. It's your anniversary show. We get to use the numbers 984, and obviously significant with you in 96 with the Atlanta games. But Akintola Ajayi, wow, that's all I got to say. I mean, that was a little bit of a taste. What's he going to possibly do for an encore when it comes to the championships in Oregon?
Well, again, we talk about the Africans being very comfortable in understanding that they can run real fast, and we've got a young African, young Nigerian that's outside of track circles are not known at all, actually, right? So you've got someone who 984, 30. Well, I mean, 30 years ago was what was the fastest time in history. That's that's the time I ran in Atlanta. And also understand that 984 today will get you on the podium in any major championships, right? I mean, I think the only time in history the only time in history that has never occurred that 984 wouldn't keep you on the podium was probably at one or two of the one or two of the races with Usain Bolt in it. Incredible time. The NCAA finals, the NCAA. These are regional championships, people. Just want to let you know that. So you actually have he's actually gonna meet the next fastest kids, that are whether seniors, sophomore, freshmen, juniors or seniors at the NCAA championships next week. So man, you've got someone running 9.8 right now, and congratulations to him. I mean, one of the things that I like to do here on my podcast is to give flowers to people that deserve it. And we've got to give this kid, you got to give him, dude, 9.8, legit. I think when I looked at it, it was like something like 0.04 or something. So it's barely any win. So this is a legit time. I mean, this is a legit time versus legit people. I mean, so again, I'm looking forward to NCAA. Congratulations. Welcome to the 9.8 club. What else can I say?
No, I hear it. And he's only 21, so he's got a lot of developing to do in terms of his perfection, if you will, in terms of the 100. And man, oh man, so Nigerian runner finishes first in 984. A Ghanaian runner, Mustafa Buckpen, I believe his name is, 997. A U.S. runner was third, Johnny Dwyer, and then Nigerian runner was fourth as well, Israel Okon. He also went 1994 in the 200. So the reason why I'm saying this to you is 3 of the top 4, there you go, Africans. So, I mean, man, I'm telling you what, I know that we talk about Jamaican supremacy when it's coming to sprinting, and they still got it. But, man, oh, man, they're hearing footsteps. That is not from the Americans.
The Jamaican, the Jamaican dominance of sprinting will never die. But I'm saying to you that
ever,
but never ever. However, we now know that the 350 million people that you're pulling from in America, there's an entire continent of Africa going, hey man, we got some people. We got some people. and we can lay some damage down too. So again, it's incredible to see these young cats. And like I said, I always reiterate this. I mean, not every athlete that stay in their country and train with their training program will get to the next level. Jamaica has proven that with Glenn Mills and Stephen Francis, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. There's a few other coaches that are awesome. But yeah, when you see these kids that can go and get a great degree in America, get some NIL money, which doesn't hurt, and then go and put some incredible times on the track, by being the best of the best, beating the best. It's great. So, again, I'm looking forward to NCAA to kind of see these guys are going to go sub 9.8.
Wow. Yeah. And what more can I say? And on the ladies' side, we talk about her from the British Virgin Islands, Ajayi. She was able to win in 10.86. Of course, she still has the world lead of 10.77. So as we speak, DB, the world lead belongs to two collegiate kids on the men and women's side, respectively.
That doesn't surprise me. I mean, wow. I mean, listen, I mean, I don't even need to elaborate on this. It does not surprise me that these young women are laying it down, and ultimately, and this is probably just a thought. Clearly, I don't know what their movements are going to be, but I'm very certain we're going to see these young women on the pro circuit next year. I mean, I shouldn't say that. With NIL money, you don't know right now. It is still a business. It's a business decision for them, their parents, and their coaches, and for the program that they're in. But man, I mean, that's a year before NIL, this would be one and done. All of these kids would be like, "Oh, I ran 10.7. Let me call the shoe company. Please send me a big ass check. I'm now pro." But now you can sign that same deal and stay in school. So. We get to see it. I've been there on the podium, and I'm definitely a fan. So it's great to see.
Let's talk some pros. And the last time you and I had a little chat, we were salivating over the men's 200 meters at Rabat in terms of the Diamond League. And you were talking about names like Taboho, Dambile, Bednarek, DeGrasse, Lavelle, Brown, et cetera, Lindsay. And we were like, wow, get your popcorn ready. This is going to be a hell of a flick. Well, let's just say this movie had the credits first. It was like over before even it started, because Kenny Bednarek came out fast. He ran a great bend. And with 50 meters left, this thing was already done. Bednarek, 19.69. That's a meet record, just blowing away Andre DeGrasse's 2003. He ran 7 years ago. In fact, this is the first time at Rabat that a runner going 200 meters has gone sub 20, and this was a breeze for Kenny.
Well, I mean, I think that Kenny's always consistent. You remember, I think a year ago, Kenny was undefeated, going way deep into the season.
Good start.
So Kenny is for all the kids like watching. Execution and like technical aspect of running properly. Kenny is very consistent. Body positioning, coming out of the blocks, going into the corner and coming out, and he exudes relaxation in the deuce when he's coming home. So Kenny always runs the same, man. You never see him stray away from what he is that he's supposed to do. So again, he's in a field of 200 meters that every single one of those athletes can make it into a world-class or world championship 200 meters. And he blew him away because of his personal consistency and his ability to be smooth. So congratulations to him, and yeah, man, he looked, as you said. I mean, I saw the race, and he looked spectacular. He looked like, in a non-major championship year, except for the Ultimate Championships, he looked spectacular, and so he's someone that I always look at technically how he does, and he definitely He definitely was incredible. It just was incredible how he executed the race.
Yeah, he just crushed. And that was his 200-meter opener. So, I mean, if that's where the bar is now, again, what do you do going forward? But yeah, he looked really good. Taboho was second, 1996. Those were the only two to go sub 20. Dambile rounding out the podium, going 20:03. Traore, another African in the mix. Andre DeGrasse was fifth, and the other Canadian, Aaron Brown, eighth. I get a couple of takes on those two from you.
Well, I mean, Andre opened up the season. I mean, those times in Africa were hellified fast, and so clearly, I mean, the Canadian track fans are expecting great things. I mean, he opened up sub 20 and sub 10, so he's probably faster than he's ever. Like his first few races, he's probably faster than he's ever been. But I'm talking about Kenny McNair, but it's still very early in the season. So Andre and Aaron, I expect for them to both. I don't know if either one of those guys are going to go to. Both are either going to go to Commonwealth Games. I would expect that at least Andre is going to go to the Ultimate Championships. However, they're going to be on the circuit. So I mean, I don't definitely would not criticize them on the times that they run today, because again, it's still early in the season. So what you do, you credit. What I do is I credit the people that are running really well, and the people that have started out and are not running so well at the start of the season. It's still early in the season. There's no major championship, so it doesn't matter. And also, I'll tell you this, Jason. The bottom line is, and this is how I was. I never cared too much about the Diamond League, or the Golden League at the time. It was named when I was running, because I was always working on races. So they both could just be working on races. They could be working on executing. They could be working on on whatever they're doing. I mean, it could be off a heavy week of training, or whatever it is, man. I mean, they'll be all right. I mean, on the women's side, I mean, we're probably going to go there later on, anyways.
Yeah,
but I can't.
Yeah, we're going there next.
Yeah. But I mean, again, maybe I'll just I'll quickly just put that in. I mean, I actually was happy with how Audrey did there. So Andre and Aaron will be fine.
All right. Brian Lavelle, again, it's early. You don't want to press the panic button, but I don't know. Some people are probably maybe starting to reach for it, at least, because it hasn't been the greatest start to the year for him. But again, like you're saying, it is early, but he did finish last in this race with a 20:44.
Quickly. Here's the problem that we have. The problem that we have in track and field as an individual sport. We get used to people crushing it all the time. We get used to people racing all the time. Like, I mean, what you have when you watch golf or tennis, which are both individual sports, which is exactly what track should be compared to. All we want to know is that the same familiar names and faces appear every week or every month or whatever, right? In track, we want them to appear, but we also want it to break a world record. And that's not going to happen. That's not how the human body works. So all in all, man, all good. I'm glad to see them all show up. But I know that there's no natural human that gets up and is capable of breaking a world record every week.
Okay, fair enough. So we don't panic yet. In other words, with Brian Lavelle. Okay, good.
No panic.
The win there, by the way, positive win, just 0.4. Africans taking 3 of the top 4 spots. Obviously, the American led the way. Africans the rest of the way. That was one of 7 meeting records we saw between the field and the track events. Ja'Cory Patterson also a meeting record, 44:11 in the 400. That was an upset there for that U.S. run over Matthew Hudson Smith, who was second, 44:25. Caleb McRae was third, 44:40. Tina Clayton, yes. Let's talk about the Jamaican, because the 21-year-old, is she 21? I can't remember how old she is. I think she's 21. Anyways,
she's young.
Yeah, she's young, exactly. I will say this: her and her sister are the same age, whatever it is. Anyways, that's her maiden voyage in terms of the Diamond League. She's never won one before. She said after the race she still has some things to work on, which is kind of scary because she wins in 10:85. starting a Jamaican sweep. Lavanya Williams also puts up a personal best. She runs sub 11. And I don't know if Tina was on the list of sub 11 for Jamaicans. I think she's the 10th one now. I think that's what I got some information in my head. And Johnny L. Smith was third. So Jamaica goes 1, 2, 3.
He has, you know what's funny? Again, I'm glad that she said it so it doesn't appear that I'm criticizing.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, her first 30 meters needs some work.
Mhm.
I'm just telling you this because I mean, when I won my first world championships in Sweden, I came out of the blocks and what happens? Like I'm sweeping coming out of the blocks. So it's almost like you're rocking before you get on that rope, on that tight rope. Where anytime you're on a tight rope, which simply means that you're on a straight line,
Mhm.
you then your velocity is so much better, and that is how she ran. Incredible. I mean, listen, man, great ground contact coming out, but I'm sure her coach and her will work on that. But yes, she ran 10.8, looking very smooth, shutting it down. I mean, she didn't. It wasn't an effort that even brought her at, like Dan used to say to me, my coach used to say to me, you got to go 105 meters. She didn't have to go 105 meters. I mean, like the power that she has and her power distribution over the first 30 meters is incredible. Her top speed's fantastic. Yep, she's gonna do some tweaks, and this young lady, man. Oh wow, yeah, there's gonna be it's gonna be something. It's gonna be something. I mean, she's running 10.8 like that. Melissa hasn't opened up yet. Sharika hasn't opened up in the one yet. There's 10 Jamaicans in the 100 meters that's gone sub 11.
Mhm.
I think that I've been saying this all year, but I think Jason, now I have to move the bar now. It has to be. I'm gonna go there. Okay, for now, I'm gonna
Okay.
go the happy dozen. There's
Okay.
going to be 12 Jamaican women going sub 11. So that's going to be the watch. But yeah,
That's okay. You know what?
incredible.
You're
Incredible.
like the Mondo of selections. Every time you make a prediction, we get to that point, we're gonna have to move the bar up because it's
Well,
just
we have
getting too easy for you, right? So got to keep moving the bar up. So we're gonna do that. But yeah, she looked really good in terms of the time. But as she said and you said, things to work on, which is scary because if you're running, not perfect at 10.85, it's kind of like, and we realize it's still Julian and it's still Melissa, but
correct. I forgot that Julian. Yeah. No, that's great. I'm looking forward to all that.
Yeah, exactly. So, wow, in a word, you double the 100, you get to the deuce now. We're going to run the bend. Cambria Sturgis, and this is so great to see. One for the vertically challenged because you watch her run. She's diminutive. She's much smaller than her rivals. But you know what? Liko Chitalawa. I know she's not Jamaican, but she's from the U.S. 22-21, beats Kayla White, second, 22-28. Audrey LeDuc edged out Shawnee Miller-Weibo for third, 22-41.
Well, Canberra is like you said, she's short. I mean, she belongs to the Jason Port Wonder Club.
Hey!
Um, no, but listen, man, you know what? She's been the bridesmaid a few times in a few races
Yes.
this year, and no, it's great to see. It's great to see that. Um, it's great to see that her level of confidence is incredible, and she trusts her training and her talent. I think that's incredible. Again, I thought that Shawnee was going to play a bigger role, but like I said, there's no natural athlete that every day can step up and break world records. So it's great to see that. And like I said earlier, it's really good to see that Audrey LeDuc, who's had a great season, especially on the relay side, goes on the circuit as a Canadian woman, goes on the circuit and runs a good deuce. She ran a good deuce, and she got up in there. She's on the podium. She's on the podium with women these are women that are going to be at the World Championships in the finals and vying for titles and podium. I mean, and I want to see her. I'd love to see her give herself the opportunity that she can be one of those individual stars. The relay can only take you so far. And so if you're athletically gifted, then why not? Go for it in the 100, go for it in the deuce. So it's great to see what Audrey's doing.
Yeah, and you mentioned Sade McCreath. She was able to win at a meet in Germany over the weekend. 11:06 meeting record, so she's still doing her thing. Not on the bigger stage like Audrey Leduc, but yeah, we'll see if we hear
No,
from
but
her. You know,
that's also good though. I mean,
yeah.
we're having, the Sade ran 10:09. Well, the Canadian record is 10:94. Sade had it for a few months and ran 10:95. So running 11:06 legal, it's
Mm-hmm.
great.
Yep.
Again, showing that she's ready to go. I mean, like the last time I did not see that race, Casey. So I can't really look at and give you, you know, any kind of technical
Right.
analyzation. But yeah, man, great for Sade. Both her and Audrey are going to be at the national championships. I'm assuming in a couple of weeks, but great for her. It's great to see two Canadian women hovering around the 11-second mark and going sub 11. It's great to see.
Yes, and yeah, just a great turnout as it always is with the Diamond League. Great Britain's Virgin actually beaten Wanyoni. That was a bit of an upset there. We haven't talked much about Oblique Seville in 2026, and we did see him on the track this weekend, running at the National Stadium in Jamaica, one of those J3A Puma meets. He ran the 100 for the first time this year, and did it comfortably, winning in 9:96. Just want to see what you think. See what your thoughts are on his Peter opener.
Listen, I think that I mean I can only say that there's one thing that the Jamaican camps have done over the past many years. With Safa, Bolt, Blake, and now of course Kishane, Oblique, Brian is in there. Akeem Blake is in there. Is that they've shown great organization in structuring and planning the race schedule of the athletes, and I think that's we're talking now about Oblique. I mean, had a long season last year. Clearly, we don't know whether or not injuries or no injuries. He didn't run indoors,
Mhm.
but it's a great place to open. Jamaica, very relaxed atmosphere. Running sub 10 opening in the year. I mean, yeah, he ran 9:7 last year. But running 9:9 means that he's very much on pace to run what he ran last year or the year before. So congratulations to him. Looking good. I did see that. That was sent to me. I did see that, and again, man. I mean, we um, as the season go on, we're gonna see all the big dogs going at each other real soon. And Oblique is sure sending a message to let him know that he is the big dog. He's chilling and he's ready for all them guys.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Just a little taste. A little taste. Italy's the hot spot, of course, coming up midweek. We've got the Golden Gala event, Diamond League in Italia. And speaking of which, they had the Triveneto meeting recently. Omanyala continues his win streak, 10-11, so the time wasn't flashy, but still, he was able to win. And we got a chance to see as well, DB, Bayanda Walaza back on track, meeting record for him. Didn't compete in the finals, but in his heat, he ran a 10:03. So it's good to see
Great.
Walaza back on track. And yeah, again, we're talking more Africans.
Listen, man, here's the thing. I mean, at this time of year on the season, it's also not only it's about execution, it's also about consistency. And if Omanyala can continue to win, then I guess he's on pace. I mean, I'm certain I'm going to see him at the Commonwealth Games. I'm almost 100% certain I'm going to see him at the Commonwealth Games because as you know, it's all about titles.
Right.
But yeah, so I don't care about the time. I mean, there are times. I mean, because sometimes it's the fence that we sit on. You care about time, but
Right.
if you go to major championships, you got to win it. Doesn't matter. You got to win against our guys that are just as good as you. So for Omanyala, fantastic. Walaza, great to see him back. A spectacular young kid. U20 champion in the 1 and the 2. Another African. That he's got fantastic upside, and it's great to see him back on the track and injury free, man. I don't care about the time too. It's great. Well, I mean, I care about the time because he's actually running world class time, right? I mean, he didn't come back and run 10:5. came back and ran a world-class time. So great to see him on the track. So, and thanks for that information.
Yeah, 10:03. That's a meet record. So yeah, that's a good little return for him. We need to wrap up this edition with a scintillating segment we call the anchor legged. We got a lot going on.
A cleaning stage and Donovan Bailey is pouring it up.
Brought to you by our great friends at the Great Canadian Sauce Company, and we spoke of Italy. We're going to get to that in a second, but it's not often somebody gets dubbed the fastest white man ever. But this is what we have. Sam Blasnowski. Sam Blasnowski. If you don't know the name, it's okay. Not many do. A former D3 athlete. He ran a 9.99 a couple of years ago, DB. That was with a bit of a hurricane behind him. It was a 5.5 win. So, okay, fine. Whatever. But more recently, just over the weekend, he ran a 9.89. So he replaces Christophe Lemaire, I guess, as the fastest white man ever, as they're dubbing it. Lemaire, of course, a French runner, ran a 9.92. But, I mean, I don't even know where this guy came from. He doesn't know much about running. You know, he was a football player. And he said, my goal is to run under 10. And, man, oh, man, mission accomplished.
Well, his name is Blasnowski.
Yes.
Like
easy now. There, you're going to cuss there for a second.
No, but what I'm saying to you, though, I saw the race, man. I'm just like, wow. But
yes.
This kid ran. First of all, I know his name. I've seen races. Okay. I've seen him run in a bunch of D3 championships because, I mean, with my my training, with my old training partners from Austin, from University of Texas. You know, I think obviously they're always circling some of these, you know, rising stars over the years. Anyway, incredible run. I mean, there's no such title as the unofficial fastest white guy, but he has that title now. I got to tell you, Jason, yes. You've got great weather. He executed fantastic with a 1.5 win. Yep. His time, his fastest time before was 10:05 or 10:03 or something, or whatever, dude. So you have a guy here. This is the perfect scenario. I got to tell you this though. I mean, and I'm going to say fast, quick, and precise.
Okay.
Hey, kid. You know, I think that your heritage is Poland. Call the Polish government today. At the end of the day, I think it would be incredible for him to go and run and at the national championships in the U.S., the USA Track and Field. I think that would be great. But with this kind of speed and this and this time today, he can walk right into the World Championships next year as the best Polish runner and walk right into the Olympics. And if he's running that kind of time and he go to the finals, you're a millionaire, man. You're a legend. You're a legend. I heard he's training with Dennis Mitchell.
Yes,
I actually see some parts of Dennis's race in his race. But I gotta tell you, man, congratulations to him. Blasnowski. Yes. That's great. Welcome to the 98. Welcome to the 98 Club. Can't believe I'm saying that.
Yes, I know. And again, we spoke of Ajayi earlier with his 9.84. By the way, I forgot to mention that's the second fastest ever when it comes to collegiate track and field times for the 100. Christian Coleman still has the 9.82 that tops the list. Enhanced games. I wanted to go there next quickly because apparently this thing is not 100% done. There are words of talk of it come back next year, and it's going to be increased to $10 million, we're saying, for these enhanced games. So I don't know if you want to start framing or what's going on, but that's a lot of money.
Well, God knows that, you know, my two Achilles that are intact, my thread, and Father Time has got me. That's two uppercuts, dude. But I got to tell you, when I hear of this, number one, the enhanced game has incredible backing,
right?
Incredible financial backing, right? And at the end of the day, you know, I think that the message that the enhanced game is sending is this: what is the IOC going to do, and what is the IAF going to do? Because if you're the world record holder in the 100 meters, you deserve to have $10 million in your pocket. I agree with that. So I believe that they're sending a message, and they're sending a message to IOC and the IAF.
Right, and that's the key. The $10 million isn't for the whole thing. It's if you break the 100-meter world record 958, you can offer a 200 million. I don't think it's ever going to be done. Anyways,
It ain't
you
gonna
never
happen.
know. You never know. You never know. So Italy is around the corner, as talked about. We get a rare midweek treat, courtesy of our friends at the Diamond League. Let's start with the men's 100, since we're talking about that. Listen to these names lining up: Jordan Anthony, Jeremiah Azu. So that's the last two 60-meter indoor champions. We got Akeem Blake. We got the last two Olympic champions: Marcel Jacobs, Noah Lyles. We got the informed Ferdinand Omanyala. We got Akana Simbine. We got Letsile Taboho. I mean, this again is a race that is lit.
Man, well, it's a time of year. We started
Yeah.
the podcast by talking about the time of year that it is. This is what the lineup's going to look like for all the young kids trying to make it in. Here's what you need. You need to run fast. You need to win titles. And you need to pray to God that you have a good enough agent and get you a lane. Because that what you just told me is the Olympic. That could easily be an Olympic final or World Championship final line. That's easy. It could easily be that.
Yes, 100%. And the women's deuce, I know you're sitting down. I'm glad you are, because we've got Melissa making her debut of 2026. I know she ran. I get it. She ran the 4x100, but this is her first race of the year. 200 meters against Julian. Dina Asher is also in there, and Navia battle Amy Hunt. So we get the showdown that we're all waiting for to happen coming up in Italy on Wednesday. Hopefully the schedules, because obviously it's a fluid situation, things can always change. But as of right now, when we speak, June 4th, or I think it's a Thursday or the Wednesday or Thursday, anyways, it is coming up this week. We're going to see Julian Alfred against Melissa Jefferson Wood.
Good weather. I just want sunshine and a 1.3 win. That's all I want.
Right.
I mean, here's what's going to happen. The Italian fans have always, like, the track meets in Italy are fantastic, dude. Right. I'm telling you this from experience, from years and years of experience. And so the atmosphere is going to be incredible no matter what. So I just hope and pray that they have great weather and a nice little tailwind so all the ladies will benefit, and then we'll get to see what happens. I mean, I'm kind of betting that Melissa and Julian are gonna, man. I want to see who comes off the turn for both of them. That's what I want to see.
All right, and just so you know, I have Melissa's unofficial schedule here for remaining parts of 2026. From there, she plans to go to Stockholm for the Diamond League, and then, which is like days after Rome. And then she's got the Prefontaine Classic in, obviously, Eugene, Oregon. She's got the USA's coming up in New York, another Diamond League in Poland, and then the Ultimate Championships in Budapest. So again, could change, but that's what she's mapped out thus far in terms of 2020.
She's trying to go a second year where there's just where it's she's gonna go undefeated. That's the goal, man. Wow.
What I saw last year, nothing would surprise me. You got the women's 400, Nakisha Price in there for Jamaica, Keely Hodgkinson, obviously of Great Britain, Aaliyah Butler of the United States. So, yeah, we got a packed affair, DB, a packed affair, and I can't wait. We are in. I don't want to say the dog days of summer because we're just getting there. But man, oh man, like already we got some fantastic matchups and meetings taking place. We got Pablo Nurmi as well. We're going to see more runners lining up in that. So we got it all right now.
Yeah, you know what? It's looking forward to all this, man. Looking forward to all of this, man. This is, I mean, what can I say? Looking forward to seeing what the pros do against the pros this week, and then we'll get back to you next week and share and give my take.
All right, fair enough. And in the women's 100 at the Pablo Nurmi, we will see Sade McCree. I know we mentioned that name, so I wanted to update you on that and let you know that she's going to go lining up there in the 100. It's also part of that. So, yeah, in the men's 100 meters, we're looking forward to seeing Bayana Walaza at the Pablo Nurmi. We're also going to see Ramel Glaive. So, Brandon Hickman.
What day is that? What days is Pablo Nurmi?
That's coming up on the weekend.
Okay.
I do believe it's the weekend. So, and again, these are scheduled athletes. It's something that can always change, right? So I don't want to say that they're there for sure, but the Pablo Nurmi, yeah, coming up, it's right. Is that did you ever compete in that or no?
In Finland, yeah. This in Helsinki, right?
Yes.
Yes. So yes, I competed there. Yeah.
Okay. So,
Most of there's a couple of new there's a couple of new meetings, but most of the ones that I competed at are still there. They're still there.
okay.
There are some that is there's some that's been canceled, but most of the meets are it's still the same people.
Yeah, I don't know if it's Helsinki or Turku, but it is definitely Finland. So it's
Right,
one of
right.
those. But
I
yeah,
know that.
coming up June 3rd. June 3rd.
Okay,
Just
that's good.
yeah, so looking forward to that. And man, as always, you covered a lot of ground here on this and every edition of Donovan Bailey Running Things. You know the drill. Please continue to like, share, follow, download, subscribe, comment. Do what you got to do. We are doing all of this for you. So let us know how you feel and just the appreciation. And we get that from you guys, and we do appreciate it. Jason Fort Wandle saying thank you as always for the company, DB. Time for you to do your thing. Take us out.
Peace out.